What you're seeing here is a small 3D game demo built from scratch with a single prompt. It's not a full game, of course, but it does include a playable environment, basic UI and settings, and features like time of day and weather changes. At least in one of these. Which one? We'll save for later. We used the same idea and prompt with Bind AI and Lovable to compare the results. We'll compare how each one handles structure, visuals, and iteration when building a 3D prototype. Let's break down what each one gets right and what they get wrong. For context, both Bind AI and Lovable are AI-powered, cloud-based IDEs. Although they also differ in plenty of ways. We'll explore them in this video, so let's get started. The first and most important thing you need is a well-written prompt. If the prompt is vague, the output will be vague. If it's structured, the results usually are too. For this test, we didn't just ask for a demo. The prompt clearly defined the tech stack, game systems, visuals, UI, and even how the project should be architected. That prompt is what both Bind AI and Lovable are responding to, and that's where the differences start to show. Now, let's head over to the Bind AI IDE for this experiment. As you can see, the prompt is already sitting in the dialog box, exactly as we wrote it earlier. Unlike Lovable, Bind AI lets you choose from a wide range of the latest AI models, and for this project, we're going with Claude Opus 4.5. The main reason is simple. In our experience, it's been the most reliable when it comes to complex coding tasks and large project structures. But other models like GPT 5.1, Gemini 3 Pro, and Sonnet 4.5 are also available. We're also using a coding-focused agent here. Bind AI does offer other options, like full-stack and GitHub agents, which can be useful depending on what you're building, but for this test, the coding agent makes the most sense. At this point, there's nothing special left to configure. We're not tweaking settings or adding extra instructions. The idea is to see how well Bind AI can interpret a detailed prompt on its own. So now we'll go ahead and submit the prompt and give Bind AI some time to read through it. After a moment, it comes back with a confirmation step, essentially summarizing what it's about to build and asking if we want to proceed. We'll confirm, tell it to go ahead and build the project, and from here on out, it's mostly a waiting game. In around 3 minutes, Bind AI brought this up on our screen. This is Neon Frontier, not a finished game, but a solid vertical slice that already feels structured. Right away, you're met with a clean title screen and a dedicated settings panel, which sets the expectation that this is more than just a quick scene drop-in. Looking at the settings, you can see that real systems are in place. Graphics options like shadows, post-processing, bloom, and pixel ratio are all adjustable, alongside audio controls for master and music volume. Everything is wrapped in a polished UI that fits the neon aesthetic, and these settings actually affect the experience before you even enter the game. Once a game, the forest environment becomes the first real showcase. Movement, HUD elements, and player stats like health and stamina all work together, and you can see a functional time of day system and dynamic weather affecting the scene. It's simple, but cohesive, and most importantly, interactive. As we move through the forest, it becomes clear that the environment is doing more than just existing. Fog, lighting, and ambience work together, and the UI keeps you informed without cluttering the screen. This is where Neon Frontier starts to feel like a foundation rather than a visual test. Then we switch over to the space setting, and the contrast is immediate. The lighting changes, the atmosphere disappears, and the environment leans into darkness, emissive elements, and open space. You still have the same core systems running, movement, HUD stats, but the scene itself feels distinct. That separation between environments is important because it shows that the project isn't hard-coded around a single map. Overall, the presentation holds up surprisingly well. The UI is consistent, the transitions make sense, and the systems feel connected. For something generated this quickly, Neon Frontier comes across as a solid technical backbone, not a finished game, but a strong starting point that proves what Bind AI can assemble when given a detailed, well-structured prompt. Now let's switch over to Lovable. Compared to Bind AI, its main dialogue interface is much simpler. You don't get the same level of model or agent selection, but the UI itself is clean, minimal, and easy to navigate. We'll drop in the same prompt and let it run. From the moment we submit it to when the application is first generated, Lovable takes noticeably longer here, roughly 2 minutes more than Bind AI for this build. There's no extra confirmation step or configuration along the way. You enter the prompt, hit generate, and wait for Lovable to finish putting the project together. That extra time doesn't mean anything is happening differently on the surface. It's simply a longer generation process. Once it's done, we'll see the result on the right side of the window. In around 5 minutes, Lovable generates its own version of Neon Frontier. At first glance, it definitely looks impressive. The neon lighting, the HUD elements, and the overall presentation feel polished, and visually it gives off a strong cyberpunk vibe right away. But once you start interacting with it, some limitations become clear. While the UI is visible on screen, most of the options aren't actually accessible. You can't open settings, switch scenes, or choose between environments like the forest or space. There's also no functional time of day system here, which removes a big layer of dynamism compared to what we saw earlier. That said, what Lovable produces isn't bad by any stretch. The demo is functional, movement works, the HUD updates correctly, and the lighting does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of atmosphere. So while Lovable delivers something that looks good and runs, it falls short when it comes to depth and control. In this comparison, Bind AI clearly takes the win by offering more working systems and flexibility right out of the gate. But you're free to give each of these a try, so why wait? We hope you found this video entertaining and insightful. Feel free to subscribe for more of these, and as always, thanks for watching.